take these hopes and dreams and then just crush them and just, probably not many Green Bay tears going on, but there's always the playoffs. We'll see you then with a fully healthy Dalvin Cook. Yeah. So the Minnesota Vikings just have this knack about them where it's like, hey, when we got our chest puffed out and like, who the man? We the man. Who the man? We the man. And then we got all the hopes and dreams right here and just first home loss of the season to the worst 12-3 team in NFL history. Yeah. And you completely waste and squander a phenomenal defensive performance, the best performance that the Vikings defense have had all season, right? They're finally getting their stuff back in order. And then eventually they just get gassed of like, hey, offense, here's the ball. Hey, offense, here's the ball. Oh, our ass is still on the field. Oh, Green Bay has like 2/3 of the game in time of possession. Oh, never mind. We're done. Yeah, Kendricks and BARR didn't get hurt. They're just tired. They just had the itis. They just need to sit down, right? And Rodgers proved us right. He is washed. He was 3 of 13 on passes over 10 yards. He's just like, oh, dink and dunk, oh, here and there, oh, whatever, oh, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So even though we were right there, even though we're right everywhere, just an embarrassment of an offensive performance by the Vikings. Bad Kirk is back in full effect. Yeah, the Vikings had 139 total yards of offense and 7 first downs for the whole game. I mean, that's like one good quarter of offensive football, but for the entire game, they had that. Do you like that? No, we do not like that. And also, Tuesday is payday for NFL players, right? So tomorrow, Christmas Eve, they're getting a nice little check. You know, they got their game check, and then they're just like looking at it. It's like they need to turn that into the police because a number of players stole money last night. A lot of them, when they got punched in the mouth, they're like, whatever. I want a gingerbread cookie. Merry Christmas. I'm out of here. Deuces. Yeah. Riley Reef, looking at you, buddy. Yeah. It's frustrating. Cousins is now 0-9 on Monday Night Football, and just another big game that Mike Zimmer cannot win. So it's like, whatever. We have winners and losers. We're going to do the losers first because that seems apropos. So let's get after it. Also, you should get after subscribing to this channel. We got 20K subs. Yeah, that's right. So after this recording goes up, we're going to live stream the consumption of the Four Loko. I'm looking forward to it. Not going to lie. Kind of need a stiff one after that. And why not take your booze with an assload of sugar as well? Great. Yeah, so whatever. All right, so losers. The entire offensive line. Yeah. Brian O'Neill ended up giving up his first sack of his career. Not great. And then also Riley Reef was an absolute turnstile tonight. The hold on the BC Johnson deep touchdown was just the absolute backbreaker. And also, I think Reef gave up 2 sacks. I think it was. And then we just looked it up during the game. Cunningham, you would have to take on $4.4 million in dead cap space, but you free up $8.8 million. So that's easy. So by cutting Rhodes and Riley Reef, you free up $16.9 million in cap space. Nice. There you go. Pat Elflein turned back into a pumpkin. He is who we thought he was. Garrett Bradbury had a pretty rough game, and it wasn't even Kenny Clark per se. It was everyone else just around him. And also, Zadarius Smith. Zadarius Smith. Sure, whatever. Yeah. Also, loser Xavier Rhodes. I mean, the rotation was meant to keep him on the field as little as possible, as well as keep him away from Devontae Adams. But it just seems like every single catch that Adams had that was of significance for a big first down on third down and blah, blah, blah was on Xavier Rhodes. Adams ended up 13 catches, 116 yards. Not great. Yeah, and can we cut Rhodes now? I feel like that would be beneficial for all parties involved. And then also, I mean, losers, bad Kirk coming in. I mean, Kirk Cousins ended up 16 of 31 for 121 yards. Great. Also, what was his quarterback rating? Expand. Enhance. He had a quarterback rating of 58.8. Stefon Diggs' quarterback rating was 39.6, and he threw one pass, and it was incomplete. That's how that things work. And, I mean, Cousins was 4-12 in the first half. He had that god-awful interception to Kevin King in double coverage. He had one great throw on the night, the touchdown pass to Stefon Diggs. But other than that, it was rough all the way around. Also, losers, you can toss Kevin Stefanski in there as well. I mean, bro, you're flexing. You're trying to show off to get a head coaching job. This ain't it. This ain't the way to do it. You had a mediocre defense coming into your building, and your defense gives you the ball 3 times on the opponent's side of the field, and you come away with 10 points and 139 yards of offense. I mean, yeah, the first, I knew that we were in trouble right away when you had the Anthony BARR forced fumble. Kendricks recovers, runs it back down to the 8, I think it was. Vikings had first and goal, from inside the 10, and then 2 of the plays were throws to C.J. Ham, which I like C.J. Ham, but bro. And then also the drive before the half. Oh, the Philly special on 3rd down, and then that very low percentage toss to Thielen on 4th. Great. Also, where was the play action? Where was the boot action? Where was the rollouts? Where all the stuff that Kirk Cousins was comfortable with? Like, I understand he didn't have Dalvin Cook, but whatever. Also, throw in Zimmer's clock management. So, 4th and 1 in the 4th, and you have the hard count. You're never going to run the play because you're Zimmer. And then you just give up on the hard count, and you take a timeout with 16 seconds left on the clock. What is that? What is going on? Why do you even try that, by the way? But, no, whatever. Also, I know it's tough to throw him in there, but Adam Thielen just being completely MIA. And yes, offensive line didn't give Cousins time, and Cousins couldn't throw the ball, and Thielen can't throw the ball to himself. But Broseph, I mean, 0 catches, 4 targets in a primetime game against your hated rival. I mean, come on. Now, like, either something is not right or Thielen just not stepping up. Also, that play early on where Thielen dropped it on 3rd down, where he was clearly interfered with by Kevin King. I mean, Adam Thielen catches that ball. What's going on here? Also, losers, Booger and Tessitore. Just, I had to mute it. I just had to mute the TV because when Rodgers was playing bad in the first half, throwing picks, fumbling all over the place, it was just like, just the finessing and the reframing of the narrative to Aaron Rodgers. Just to get out of here. Also, Booger talked about Danielle Hunter like he had never seen Danielle Hunter play before. And that would be shocking since Booger's an LSU alum as well. But whatever. All right, winners. Make me feel a little bit better. Make me feel good. Winner number 1, Anthony Harris. Had the pick on Aaron Rodgers. Is tied for the NFL lead with interception with 6 now. Also had a nice pass breakup on 3rd and 18. Just Pro Bowl snub. Should have been an All-Pro. Should be an All-Pro. Whatever. Resign this man. Should be priority number 1 this offseason. Winner number 2, STEFON Diggs. 3 catches, 57 yards on 4 targets. That was the high point. He was the apex of the Vikings offense this year. Last night. Tonight. Whatever. It's late. Caught that beautiful touchdown in the first half. Left Jair Alexander's jock on the field. Just completely shook him. It was beautiful. Missed Cousins on the Philly special. But, again, that might just be payback for Cousins overthrowing him all the time. And then also had that money 28-yard catch on 3rd and 18 where he took a pretty nasty shot to his thigh, looked like. But, yeah, lone spark. Just on a very sparse plane. Winner number 3, BARR and KENDRICKS. I'm just going to start putting them together now because they're always together anyway. BARR forced the fumble early on. KENDRICKS returned it down to the 8. Didn't do anything there. BARR had 6 tackles, then left with an injury. KENDRICKS recovered 2 fumbles, and then also was lost with a quad injury late in the first half. And then also the defense completely changed. And you notice that Aaron Jones started whooping some ass once Eric Kendricks was out, and then it completely busted open once Anthony BARR left as well. Because Eric Wilson and Kentrell Brothers, God bless them, they ain't 55 and 54. Just ain't. Winner number 4, Danielle Hunter. Had the sack, was also living in Aaron Rodgers' lap, had 5 tackles, was just beating up on Brian Bulaga all evening. Fortunately, it could have been more. Would have liked it to be, but no. Winner number 5, Harrison Smith. Forced a fumble, also had a tackle for loss that was set up by Steve Weatherly. Also had 5 tackles, rinse and repeat. Honorable mention winners, Dalvin Cook, heal up, son. Yes, ice up, heal up. One time. And then also Afadio Denema had a big time momentum-killing sack in the second half. Also Stephen Weatherly with a huge sack on 3rd and 7 in the fourth quarter. Jaron Kearse had a nice pass breakup down the sideline. Wonder why he's not playing more. And then also Mackenzie Alexander had a nice pass breakup in the end zone on Aaron Rodgers. Also had 11 tackles, except most of those were Blanton tackles where your guy catches the ball in coverage. But yeah. It's frustrating. That was a frustrating game overall, where the offense was completely stuck in reverse, and the defense, give the defense credit. They played a great game. Injuries started catching up. Fatigue started catching up. And that's it. It's finito. But bottom line, Vikings still in the playoffs. They will be the 6th seed. That means everyone needs to rest week 17. Just shut everyone down. Do not care at all. And we'll see where we go against the 3 seed. Could be Green Bay. Could be San Francisco. Could be Seattle. Could be New Orleans. It will not be Philly or Dallas. But it is what it is. The best home team in the NFL this season just gave it all away to a very incomplete and overrated Packers team. But it's the life of a Vikings fan. All right. Your winners and losers, let us know in the comment section below. Also, subscribe, Daily Vikings Takes. You want to support the work, pull us on the Venmo. Plus, give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull, production value.